Welcome to Selenium Training by Wisdom Trainings. Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to continue with some of the Python basics like how to create a function and in what ways I can create a function. Fine. I'm going to take the example of addition some of the variables. Fine. So I'll just will create a new module in my PyCharm window over here and I'll name it as functions function demo. Okay. Now creating a function we have already seen in the local and global variables, right? We just have to take the keyword def and the name followed by the name of the function. So I'll name it as sum1. Okay. So now in this function what I'll be doing is I will be adding two variables. I can do it in number of ways, like in this function itself I can pass on the numbers which I want to add, like this. Let's say this is my number 1, say 50, and this is my number 2, let's say 89. I want to add it simply, so I'll say result is equals to num1 plus num2, and I'll simply will print this result variable. I'll save this and I'll run this. So I get an output over here. Okay, I have not called this function. I forgot to call this function. So this is the way I'll just will have my function called sum1. So I'll save it and I'll run this. So I get the output over here. I can make it more presentable by saying output is output of addition of. Now you can have the variables over here as well. Like I will be having the variables over here. Num1 plus the concatenation operator and num2 is the result. This way. Now over here I will be facing the issue. What the issue will be that the concatenation of string, the concatenation in Python is only allowed for the same data type. So I have to convert the integers into the string so that I can concatenate them. So in front of all the numbers there where I'm using, I just will add str and that's done. Also in the front of result, str and done. So I'll save this now and I'll run this. So this way I get the output over here. I just have to remove this. So this is something what I'll get in this function. The same way I can make another function in which I can pass the parameters to this function. Like I'll name it as sum2. So now I can say that I am passing the parameters when I'm calling this function itself. And inside this I am going to do the same thing. I am taking the result and I am going to print it here, this way. Okay. Now if I call this sum2 variable is sum2 function as well, so this time now I have to pass the parameters. It could be anything, let's say 96 and 48. So I save this and I run this. This time only my sum2 is going to give me the output because I'm not calling my sum1. Okay, so over here this is the output that I get for my sum2. This is another way I can make the function by passing the parameters. The next way I can make the function is by taking the user input. I can also take user input in Python. So over here I'll make one more function and I'll name it as sum3. In this function what I'm going to do is I'll copy this whole from here and I'll paste it in my sum3 function. In this function I'll be making the changes where I'm giving the value of my num1 variable and num2 variable. instead the variables directly, I will put the input prompt. In this input prompt, I will be asking for user to enter the number. So I'll say enter number 1. So whatever output it will be coming from here, that I'll be having. Now, whenever we are taking a user input, then the input that is coming from the user is always in the form of string. This is always in the form of string that I will be getting. So to perform this action, I have to convert my strings into integers so that it can be added. Right? Otherwise, what will happen is I'll just will remove this function call and I'll have my sum3 function called. Now if I call this, what will happen is it will concatenate both my strings. So I enter number 1 6 and I enter number 2 8. So it gives me the concatenation result of both the numbers, which is not right. So I have to convert it into string. So I have it over here as integer. Just in front of both the variables, I have to add the data type. It could be float as well, it could be long as well. Just that. Now if I run this, I have to give input 1, let's say 52, second input, and now I get the addition result of both the integers. Okay. Now there is one more way by which I can make the function. In these three functions, what I'm doing is I'm printing the value in the function itself. I can also do the thing that I'll just will use sum 4, and in this sum 4 the same thing is going to happen, just that this time I'm not going to print the result in this function, I'm going to return the result. So I'll say return result. So now over here my result has been returned. I will be letting this print statement go, and now I will be calling this sum4 function. Now this result is being returned. There is nowhere I am printing this result. So I have to surround it by a print statement so that I can see the output. So I'll just will have it here. I'll save this and I'll run this. Enter the numbers whichever you want. And over here it's been result from the sum3 function. I have to put it again for sum4. So this is how I am getting the result over here. Okay. The same way I have to call it some another way as well. Like if I have to surround it with some print statement, like I have to say output is this. So since it's returning me into string integer, so I have to convert it into string, and it's done. Fine. Now I'll just will run this again. Enter the numbers, and this is the output that I get from the sum4 function by returning the result from a function and printing it when I'm calling it. Fine. So these are the 4 ways by which I can create a function and I can pass on different parameters. Fine. So over here, just imagine that you have to use these functions in some another module. Like for example, these are here, over here lying right now. I have another module. I'll name it as, let's say, I'll name it as from import. These are 2 of my keywords which are very helpful in the further times. I'll show you why. Suppose these are the functions lying over here in my module, that is functions demo. I have to get it imported into some another file and use it. So what I'll do is I'll use the from import keyword. From will specify that from where. The from keyword will specify from where to pick the file, and import keyword will specify what to import, which particular thing needs to be imported. So I'll say from functions demo, from that particular module, import Now there are 4 functions in these modules. So I can import any. Let's say I'll import sum1. Now I want to run this sum1 over here. So I'll simply will call the sum1 over here. And I save this and run this. Now I'll get the same output that I have in the sum1 function. So over here I get this as this one. Just wait, there is something wrong I feel. In sum1 I am not requesting any of the input. Okay. If from here it is already called. So that is why the output is coming twice like this way. This is what I don't want. So I'll just will run it again. So now I get the input as this. The same way I can also import another functions from this particular from functions demo module to my from import module. Let's say I want to import sum4 function. So I'll call it directly. So I'll save this and I'll run this. So now the output of the sum1 function is already coming. I am running the second one. So this is what I get. Now again that function was taking the result back. It was returning it. Right. So I have to get it printed. So I'll say print this. Okay. So I have to run it again to display the output. This is what I get the as output. So the from and import keywords are very useful when we are working with Selenium. There are a number of modules which we will be using to import the current needed part into our current loaded module. Fine. So this was all about the creation of a function, calling a function in different ways, and using the from and import keyword. So do practice this and thank you.